I was.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Wait. Nope.
What?
We gotta clap again.
Okay. Are you good?
Yeah. One second.
Why am I hosting Rocker, dude?
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Cool.
God, I hope this is right.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, it says that it's right, but geez, Louise, it said it was right last time, and then it switched. I don't know. I'm off my game.
Yeah. Oh well.
Try to get in it.
It's case of the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Hump day. Hey, speaking. I don't know. Fuck that. That's a stupid intro. Hey everybody, welcome to Barely a Destiny Show, episode 41. 41. Is it 41?
Yep.
I don't know.
It's
It's
40-something.
it's hard to tell because I haven't been here for a while. But gosh dang it, if I'm not here now and you're all fired.
Does that mean I was getting paid?
Oh wait, you weren't getting the checks?
No, I didn't get my podcast money.
Oh, you got to
Oh,
take
I've
that
been
up
getting
with
mine.
Deej. I've been getting my check from Bungie.
Scott, you haven't been getting
damn.
yours?
No,
Oh,
I haven't been
jeez.
getting my podcast money from Bungie.
You better email Deej.
I gotta. I'll call him up.
Deej, you glorious
Send him a
man.
direct message.
Yeah,
I'm,
just call his personal line. You know, just
I'm here today with my ex co-hosts, Xanafan711, Slapshot Scott, and Scary Internet Guy. Jesus, you guys.
He ran out already.
Coming out with podcasts late, talking about porn. Steve's putting me on blast on podcasts. Jesus
This is what happens
Christ.
when you leave, Ben. Let
I
it be a
know.
lesson.
Every time
yeah,
I leave.
Ben, we need you.
The whole place goes to shit.
It's okay. Your returning champion is back again, and you know, this after last week, this show's over. So welcome to How You Gonna Cook That Chicken podcast, the only podcast where we tell you how you gonna cook that chicken. No, I'm just kidding. Let me do some housekeeping, guys. Just real quick. It feels so good to be back. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, can I just talk real quick? I
Yeah,
got
dude.
married. I went to Tennessee with my beautiful wife, and we hung out there for a couple days. Spent so much money at the Vans store at the outlet mall. Oh, dude. Okay, the shoes are like on clearance, and it's buy one get one half off. So most pairs are $20. So
God
you get
damn,
2 pairs of
dude.
Vans for $30. So
You didn't ask for any of our sizes, Ben?
Right?
I'll have to do it next time. Dude, it's like
Dude.
every time I go on vacation, I look for outlet malls, and then I go to the Vans outlet, and it's by far the best part of the vacation.
I mean, you did it in Vegas too.
Fuck, man.
Dude, it's awesome. I fucking love it. I got like the t-shirts were like $15 a piece, and I was like, this is like fucking deals
I
on
need some-
deals.
I need some nice beefy hoodies for snowboarding when that comes up. So I'm definitely going to be looking for the Vans outlet mall the next time that I
Yeah, dude.
leave my area.
Look, that's where you make the trek. Lauren bought like so many pairs of Vans for our baby. Anyway, that's boring stuff. You guys don't come here to listen to me talk about that. But I am going to say that the other thing that I did was watch like 2.5 seasons of Shark Tank. So I'm a business expert now.
I feel the reality TV 2.0 show coming out.
Dude, oh my God. I was walking around with my dad, and we're like walking around downtown, and I forget what it was. It was some store or a restaurant that the name didn't tell me anything about what it was. And I'm sitting there being like, what a terrible business. What a terrible business. I'd never invest in that. I was like, who am I? I'm not fucking Mark Cuban. Ugh.
You should be glad for that.
Yeah. I don't want to fuck Mark
Wow.
Cuban. I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
But I'm back. It feels good to be back. If anybody notices that this is a special Wednesday show, it's because things sometimes fall apart. But we technically aren't going to miss a week. So,
Yep.
hooray! Ugh, I ate
That's
chicken
important.
wings and I feel like shit. Hey, band of the week this week, guys. They're called Table Talk. And you can find them at wow. music.tabletalk.com.
They have a Bandcamp too, but it like I don't know. It's
Well,
weird.
I am on their Bandcamp, and that's what the link is.
Yeah,
That's cool.
right?
So, yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, you should talk to our buddy Tiny Heart in our Discord, and you can join that Discord by going to the top pinned tweet on our Twitter. There's always a link there, or DM any of us. Just get a hold of somebody. We'll get you in this Discord. And when you're in that Discord, click on the channel that says Join Clan and join that Barely a Destiny clan. We got so much shit going on. We just opened up a Fortnite LFG, a Warframe LFG. A bunch of the losers in our clan are starting to play WoW soon.
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
No.
he's not wrong.
Hey, we even
but
got
I'm
some
one of them.
PC people in there. I saw you guys. I see a couple of. You
the
know what? There are a
PC
couple
struggle.
on PC right now.
I
They're
spent
playing right now.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I spent so much money on that honeymoon, and now I don't have any money for Destiny 2 on PC. I gotta wait for a week, and then like, what's the point? Because then 2 weeks later, Curse of Osiris comes out, and they're probably gonna bundle it with Destiny 2 for $60. I'm just gonna end up spending more
Yep.
money. I don't know what to do. I'm probably just gonna buy it in a week and then spend the money on the expansion.
Yeah,
I've been
dude.
itching to play my
That's what
computer.
you're gonna do. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do
Hey,
it.
we're starting to GoFundMe. GoFundMe.com/BuyBen Destiny 2
Got a
for
new
PC.
Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon's just
We
to get
got
me video games now.
Oh
Oh my
boy,
gosh.
this is going downhill quick. You're right. Ben.
Hey, if you want your band on the show, send us an email. Send us a Bandcamp link, maybe some files. I don't know. Send us some information. Get a hold of us. We'll play your band on the show. You play Destiny, we'll probably just have you on the show. Listen to that.
Yeah.
You like, hopefully you like the podcast. If you're listening, here's your chance to be on it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you can come on and shout at us.
If you don't like it, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes.
That's a better idea than coming on and shouting at us. I like it.
Yeah.
Go with it.
We'll read your feedback.
See, you thought Steve was a Segway master. Fucking already back to square one, killing it.
I was a Segway master until Fluffy Fingers was on the show, and according to Admiral Nips, it just was like contagious, his bad segues.
It's true. They did go downhill from there.
They were great guests, though. That was a lot of fun.
Oh man, when things go downhill, it sucks, because you're having a bad day. Are you bored
Things
with your
go
day to day?
downhill, blame Fluffy.
Are you bored with your day to day? You got nothing to look forward to after you get off work? Does your day to day activities need a little more oomph? Jeez, Steve, how long is this ad read? Do you need something to add to your gaming fun? Look no further. Liquor is here to help. Bored? Drink some liquor. Need an extra challenge to help make that D2 endgame more rewarding? Liquor. Add liquor to anything except driving, and make things more interesting. Get your liquid courage wherever liquor is sold, and save 5% with offer code BADS.
I tested that, by the way. It doesn't work. The BADS code doesn't work. So just
Hey.
you're gonna have to pay full price.
Yo, if anybody went to Taco Bell,
Well, we're just having some problems with the offer code.
Yeah.
Keep buying it, and we'll get it sorted out.
yo, if anybody went to Taco Bell and asked for a Doritos Locos hot dog, please let me know how that went.
Also, if you
I
go
can
to the liquor
probably
store and
guess that's going to be diarrhea.
I just want to know what the people at
that's what
Taco
it
Bell
sounds
say.
like.
You go to Taco Bell and you're like, hey, I was told I could get a free Doritos Locos hot dog from Barely a Destiny show. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Look, if you're persistent enough, they'll just give it to you. Honestly, like those guys don't care. They can't even get an order right. They're not going to worry about.
Oh, Jesus. Guys, that's a segment I've been wanting to do. Oh, my God.
A segment called "How Bad Was Your Taco Bell Order Messed Up?" Like,
No,
it
no,
doesn't exactly have a ring to it, but
No,
but
I
I
want
think
to.
everyone knows.
I want to read Yelp reviews of local food, like fast food places.
Oh God!
Okay,
Some
that
of
read
could
the
be
reviews
pretty
of
good.
my Pizza Hut. It's a bunch of hood rats that are mad because I won't give them free food.
Dude, I looked at the Yelp reviews for this Taco Bell by my house because it's the fucking worst. And like everyone, nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. What are we doing?
So, by the way, that liquor offer code only works if you're filming yourself telling the liquor store clerk that you have an offer code for 5% off the state
You're gonna get fucking
this-
slapped.
They're like,
True, Zan speaks
they
the truth.
designated price of liquor.
Oh.
So make sure you're filming it and send us your videos of you asking for 5% off your liquor.
Steve just gonna add it to his YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel with the whole
Oh
3
my
videos
God.
on it.
Well, yeah, you buy it, you send us the video, then in 6 to 12 months you'll get your reimbursement. I mean, it's not the best offer code, but it does work.
hmm
And then we put it on a YouTube channel. It's no big deal.
Oh, and by the way, by sending us that video, you give us permission to use it however the fuck we want.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
our legal disclaimer.
Oh man.
This is still the pre-show, right, guys? We're not.
Yeah, no,
we're not live,
this
are we?
is definitely not the real show. Hey, just before we start this off, all right, here we go. Here's 2 reviews for Taco Bell. 3 stars. Clean restaurant with good food, cheap and fulfilling. If you walk away hungry, it's your fault.
True that.
That's from Christina L.
True that.
Fulfilling is a great word for Taco Bell. Let's just be honest.
hmm
Fulfilling if you're low on your diarrhea quota.
All right, and here's one more. Jeez, there's so many, and some of them I can't read because they're like they're really bad. I like this one though.
Why can't you read them?
Taco Bell, 2 stars.
That'd be great.
Food was good.
2 stars.
Food was good, but in what world are 5 sauce packets enough for 11 items? You need at least 2 per item, realistically. I agree.
I can agree with that. Yep.
Why are you ordering 11 items from Taco Bell?
Look, man, sometimes
Why would you not be ordering?
there's
That's
an-
only like $7.
Because I don't want to die?
see like
Almost got on this.
there's crazy ones
I
that
don't
are
need
like
Taco Bell.
Yeah, sauce packets are the least of these people's problems.
Exactly. I had Taco Bell once in my life and I just immediately puked afterwards.
Oh,
So,
goodness gracious.
Narwhal's
yeah.
gonna fight you.
Narwhal's going to fight me?
Yes.
As long as he doesn't 1v1 me, he's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll get one.
Skateboard challenge.
I got one more. Because some of them are like they're bad, but like they're not funny. Scott P. Ooh.
Bullshit. I call it bullshit.
I'll send you a screenshot. This is the worst Taco Bell on this planet, hell in the universe, and needs to be shut down forever. I'm a simple man. I like basically everything Taco Bell had to offer, but the 2 things I hate more than anything in this world is tomatoes and sour cream. So I go to Taco Bell
yeah.
and order my food and ask if they could make it without those 2 things, but every time without fail, they're both on my food. And then I'll order a chicken burrito and I'll get steak, which is terrible, by the way. And then when you call to complain, you get this when you call to complain, you get this gay black guy who's the rudest mother trucker and
Oh my
and
gosh.
does not
Serious.
care about anything. Do not go unless you like throwing money away and getting her kid. I think he's meant to say and getting jerked around. So,
All right. So first of all,
I
why
hate
does
getting
it
herked
matter-
around.
Why does it matter if the dude's gay or black?
I
If
don't
he's
know.
Rude, he's rude. Doesn't matter. He's just rude. You know,
oh my god.
that guy's
It's just
opinion.
including unnecessary
It is a void.
information.
I was going to say, I'm glad I'm not the only one who realized that was a little bit directed.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Not
totally.
okay, man. Not okay. Oh, the town where this is from, where Ben lives, is probably the most racist town I've seen in a long time.
No, it's not a racist town. It's next to a racist town. Which, when you got a big long beard and have a slight tan, everyone thinks that you're gonna blow
Yeah,
up
but
stuff.
Oh my
but this Taco
gosh.
Bell is right next.
Goodness gracious.
This show is off the
Oh.
This
fucking
Taco
rails
Bell
already.
is right next to a Walmart, and it's the only Walmart in the area. So all the racist people are
Yeah.
all over that place.
Oh no.
It's crazy.
Ugh.
Let's just say that I get a lot of racist things said to me, and none of them are for the race I actually am.
So not only are they racist,
They're
they're
also
extra stupid.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I feel so bad for
Oh
Middle
my-
Eastern people.
Gosh.
That's bad.
You dumb son of a bitch. I'm Hispanic.
Yeah.
Whatever you're
The
calling
It's
it.
most
crazy.
ignorant people ever.
Yep.
Speaking of crazy things, New Monarchy won the faction rally. What the fuck?
Right.
We give you a beautiful
hey,
fusion
guys.
rifle. Burger King puts a fusion rifle on a plate for you, and you're like, "No, I'm gonna take a butter knife."
Okay. First
It
off,
looks like
I got hot
a
take
giant
for you.
plastic butter knife, dude.
That fucking, you're right. That is a giant plastic butter knife, and I laughed at it while I bought it. But
Yep, so did I.
That fusion rifle was the worst version of the Vacancy, man. I looked at the perks on it, and I'm like, okay, maybe it'll be good. And then I saw it was like not rapid fire, but it was the one up from rapid fire. I'm like, man, these fusion rifles are fucking useless right now. You know, unless you've got the Plan C roll, which was like hot swap. What was Plan C's roll? Hot swap, accelerated coils, and hip fire, I think.
No, I don't know. The thing about it was a fusion rifle. Everyone, you don't need another sword. Everyone has it's basically the same as the Warlock sword, and you sure as hell didn't need a grenade launcher, let alone a single shot grenade launcher. But
Yeah, that was straight dog shit. They
any
served up
fusion
actual-
rifle is gonna beat out almost every other power weapon.
They served up
'Cause it's a fusion
actual
rifle.
fucking feces to try and give Future War Cult a win, and everybody decided not to pledge Future War Cult, which is hilarious.
I don't think they were trying to get Future War Cult a win as much as they were trying to make sure Dead Orbit didn't win.
Yeah, Zan,
It's
I think
all
you're
about
right
them
on,
shaders,
dude.
buddy. It's all about those shaders now. People
Hey,
are like,
I'll
I
be
got all the
honest,
black
man.
shaders. Now I want all the gold and red ones, which are, I mean, they do look great.
That's
But
why
you
I
know
went-
what? All right, season 2, the best shaders around are the Future War Cult shaders,
No,
hands down. Those
Honestly-
white silvery, they're so
No.
crispy.
I
Yep.
think they could straight up use some old D1 Dead Orbit shaders and call them Future War Cult, and people still wouldn't pledge Future War Cult. I just think people hate it. I think people just hate it because they've hated it for 3 GD years, and they're just not going to stop hating it. There's just nothing you can do.
Everyone's
So
still
they
just
could-
mad about
They could
Wormwood.
offer. They could offer They could offer Raise Lighter for for Future War Cult, and people still won't pledge
the
that.
only exotic.
Yeah,
Future War Cult will still lose.
people are still like, you know what? Fuck the Waltz. Fuck Wormwood. I hate you guys still. I'll never.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never give
yeah,
a
they're
shit.
just not going to do it.
One of the top 3 best guns in the entire game is Future War Cult, and you can only get it from faction rallies, and people still didn't pick it.
What
Which
gun are you
one?
talking about?
But the number,
Oh yeah, it is. a
Oh,
good gun.
yeah.
Yeah, the number is extremely good.
It is very good.
I'll get
But
it
no,
from the
actually, you
cage
can't
chest.
only get it from faction rallies. You can get it from Cade's chest because that's where I got mine from.
Yeah, dude.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, New Monarchy won, and whatever. There was a pretty
I got
cool
some
cheese.
I got some sweet stuff. I got the full auto slug shotgun.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
New
if you were a real man, you would have gotten that last time, bro.
I needed them black shaders.
Mm.
I also
that terrible
wanted
scout
to
rifle.
win. Yeah, well, you guys didn't get what you wanted, did you?
I did.
Actually,
because
I literally
all-
got everything that I wanted.
except for that fusion rifle.
Called submachine gun, and I didn't get it.
I did.
Oh, dude, I got like 4 of them.
This is the best. Okay, so I didn't get back until Sunday night, and I still managed to max out my Future War Cult packages, and that was tight.
Did you do the token cheese?
Oh, for fucking sure, dude. That was awesome. Because like Lauren is my wife is trying to sleep, and this is one of the only times where remote play was amazing. Because she's like, turn the TV off, it's too bright, and I was like, hey, PS Vita. It's tight.
There you go.
Running back and forth, listening to
Dude, PSA, they have remote play apps for
PC.
Mac and PC now
Yeah.
too, and they work.
It's a
yeah,
little laggy,
so-
but you know, you
Sure,
get what you pay for.
PvE stuff, it's fine, you know, especially if
Yeah.
you're
Right.
in the house where your PS4 is. Yeah, and I guess actually shout out to NVIDIA GeForce Now. I get to play some PC games with Mac people this past weekend. And
Okay.
it was dope.
What is with that? Can I play D2 on my Mac?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, here's what it does. It's just like screen sharing, right? Like that's all it's really doing. You're remoting into a Windows, a virtual Windows install on a server somewhere.
See, that don't work
So
for
you're
me.
probably not going to want to play Crucible with it. But honestly, like we played a bunch of Fortnite and it was dope. So if you're wondering about like whether mouse and keyboard is good for you or whatever, and you've got a Mac for some dumb reason, like for work or whatever, then go for it. Give it a shot. Get Fortnite. It's free.
You got a Mac for some dumb reason, like you like anything that has to do with art.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I've got like 3 Macs right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm right there with you, dude.
The worst part is like part of me wants to rip the solid state drive out of my MacBook and put it into my PC just because I know it'll be so baller, but I'm like, I can't. I need my recording machine to work really well.
Yeah.
For all those bands that I'm not recording anymore. Anyway, any
Best
stand
part about Faction Rally right here. Ben's on his honeymoon. Hits me up in the Discord and he's like, Steve, will you grind Faction Rally to get me that Dead Orbit auto rifle on my account? And I immediately just said no. But then I was convinced, and he was like, what's my punishment? Which wasn't even in my mind at that point. And I allowed the Discord to just kind of roll with it. So
trial by jury of peers.
Yeah, so tweet at us or me, but probably it'd be better if you tweet at the Barely a Destiny Show Twitter. We want you guys to let Ben know how he's gonna cook that chicken and make it gross, make it hot. It's got to be. Here's the rules. It's got to be really, really, really hot and really gross. And
Give him diarrhea.
And incorporate dessert fruit.
Yo,
Those are the 3 rules.
Incorporate dessert fruit.
So
Yes.
every fruit except for tomato. Look, I'm calling shenanigans on this, Steve. I'm calling total shenanigans because you just token exploited this. That was not
I couldn't.
Look,
You didn't
that's
say I
before I
couldn't.
knew
was
the
gonna
token
say,
exploit was
wasn't
a thing.
expressly stated ahead of time.
You
You're
guys,
screwed, Ben.
I'm
And the
I'm
plan
calling
is,
shenanigans.
we're gonna take recipes. We're gonna pick a couple good ones. We're gonna take a poll, and then Ben's gonna cook that chicken, and I'm gonna stream it. I'll go to Ben's house and watch him cook this chicken, and I'm gonna stream it, and it's gonna be amazing.
Ugh. I'm gonna fucking die. I have such a shitty stomach. I ate chicken wings tonight. I've been shitting my fucking brains out.
Oh my god.
Explosive diarrhea.
Oh my
In
god.
case you guys were wondering.
Oh no, I
why.
got home like 30 minutes before the show and took 2 shits. It was awful.
Goodness gracious.
I eat like a pile of garbage. Ugh.
Here we
Anyway,
are, people.
hey, top drops from the faction rally. Anybody got anything cool?
Ooh,
No.
me.
What'd you get?
That auto rifle that we thought was going to be really good from Dead Orbit is
Yeah.
It's fun to use though. I like it.
I got
Yeah.
a bunch of shaders, full set of New Monarchy armor on my Titan, which I definitely put on and went to pick up my prize sword, which I also bought. I got that high impact Hake scout rifle, which is pretty cool. It's not anything earth shattering. It's fun. You can hip fire it really good. I was using it in Lost Sectors to bullseye dregs like 50 meters away or whatever. It's pretty ridiculous. Just the fact that it was high impact. I got a energy auto rifle with kind of a crappy roll, but it handles kind of like Righteous 7, which I loved from D1, so that was fun. And I got my full auto slug shotgun, which just feels absolutely wrong. I went on a tear with that in Crucible the other night. I was jumping over people and slug shotgunning them in the back of the head while the blueberries on my team took all the fire. So it was really funny.
Ben's got like 6 of the Dead Orbit hand cannon.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about this. You know how everybody is all about Dire Promise? That's the name of it, right?
Yeah.
That okay, if you go way back to our first episode after D2 came out and I was talking about I had this cool old-fashioned revolver thing and you're like, "Oh, is it the old-fashioned?" I went, "No, it was that. It was Dire Promise. I got that from a cage chest week 1."
Oh.
Yeah, I actually just got one of those. From
I
Cage
also-
Death.
Yeah, say if you don't know to do those cage chests, like you can get faction weapons from them. So
Yeah,
do
man.
them.
You could spend a lot of time running around the map for a very little chance at getting a gun that's probably bad.
You can-
It's not that much
No,
time.
I've gotten some good stuff from there. I got the
Yeah.
number from the Future War Cults. loot table. I got that.
Well, you would have 8 numbers if you would, side with a good faction.
No,
That makes a good point.
I don't need to. I got my 1. I don't need anything else.
I also, as partial punishment for Ben, decked out his Titan in as much Dead Orbit gear as possible, and the Dead Orbit camo shader, which is
Oh, gross.
It was so gross.
disgusting.
I was happy that you didn't put the Dead Orbit shaders on my future War Cult gear.
but I shit.
Oh, that would have been.
Yeah, I'm still Banana Man, the Banana Power Ranger with that stuff.
Yes.
I didn't want to eliminate some of the rare shaders that he had on because that's just really.
Yeah, I did actually buy those with the dust, bright dust. I
did have.
Go
I
ahead.
had some 2 non-faction rally top drops that I've been looking for forever.
Ooh.
Yeah. First one from playing Trials with Vandals. We got 6 wins again and lost in Game 7 again. But I got a Prosecutor.
Oh, sweet.
I love it. Prosecutor's great. And then we raided, and it was like the smoothest raid of all time. It was fantastic. And then after the raid, I was just cleaning stuff up in the tower or whatever. We did Antia PD. Finally have it.
Oh, nice,
It's
dude.
amazing. I squealed. I think it's on stream too. If you go back to my videos, you can hear me squeal. I was more hype about that than anything else in D2 so far, and it has lived up to the hype for sure.
Dude, I still need one on PC. I'm dying without it. I want it.
Hi, you just use like the most like low stability, fastest time to kill sub on PC. There's no recoil, so why would you need a no recoil?
You know what? I just want it. Okay. Look, I'm not saying it's reasonable. I'm just saying I want it.
The correct answer was kill clip. That's why you want.
Yes, kill clip is a very good answer to that question.
Speaking of, I actually got a high impact Hawkeye auto rifle, the Halfdan or Halfdan or whatever they call it.
Ooh,
half
yeah,
of Dan.
dude.
Yeah, half of Daniel.
It's got a kill clip in it. And I was using it in the raid in the Callus fight to take down those Scions last week. Holy shit. That thing just punches them straight out. It's like 3 headshots and they're done.
Nice. Hey, you know what else I got?
Ooh, what'd you get?
Everything that Future War Cult had to offer.
Everything.
Except for that fusion rifle. I got a full set on my full set of armor on my hunter. Dropped the most obnoxious bright red shader on it. Oh, it's so bad. Like everything is one solid bright red. I think there's a little bit of black on the pants, and I couldn't avoid that.
Wait, what shader is that?
I don't know. Bright red dumbass. I don't know what it's called. Fire truck idiot.
Suros something or another?
It's either Suros or it's just the Crucible one, but it's so gross.
Probably Crucible one. I love it.
The Crucible one is ugly as sin on most hunter armor.
It's
Oh my
so
gosh.
gross. I do have some sick hunter stats though right now. I think I'm rocking like a 4 something 6. Like I'm just killing it. I
can't get it. I think there's a glitch with hunter legs because I have a Restory of hunter legs and they just don't give me any recovery.
There's totally a glitch. I mean, I hope that's not how it's intended to work. But when you click the legs and to the little what is it? Gosh, I can't think of anything now.
Node.
When you click the node at the bottom, it does nothing.
Switch it. Mm-hmm.
It just does nothing.
Oh,
It
okay.
takes away the mobility and doesn't give you any recovery.
Here's my hunter stats: 4, 5, 6.
Dude, that is dope.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
You
good.
gotta tell me what armor you have so I can just go for it.
That's the
Mine's
Future War
supposed
Cult
to
set.
be 4, 6, 5, but that 5 is a 4 because of the glitch. It sucks.
Yeah, I have the Future War Cult set on, and I have it modded out, but I don't have everything that I want on it. I've got some like counterbalance stuff that I could probably put stat boosts on. I don't even have anything on my armor yet. Working on it. Hey, there was a stream today that I didn't watch, and it was the Curse of Osiris stream. So real quick, as fast as we can, so it'll take forever. We're gonna try and go over what happened in that stream. So we're gonna do the bullet points, and I think probably Sunday when we have time to all watch it, probably do a more in-depth look. But lay it on me.
Right.
All I saw was the beginning where they're in the Vault of Glass and time froze and Osiris
Yes.
walked out and it was, Osiris walked out, shot some stuff, and then they were like, so, is that the Vault of Glass? And they were like, no. And I was like, yeah, it is, but whatever.
They didn't say-
very
they didn't
clearly.
straight say no.
It's
Not necessarily. No.
Yeah,
Without
they
without
said
getting
not
too-
necessarily, basically.
Yeah, we were talking about this pre-show without getting too far into it. Basically, it could be a number of things. The concept of the Vault of Glass is, from what I understand it, which is very difficult. Basically, it's like the center of a switch in a rail yard. So it's where all these timelines come together. So it could be the Vault of Glass. It could be another timeline. It could just, all the Vex stuff has the same architecture to it. So it could be, just some random
Look.
Vex vault somewhere.
Call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Semantics aside, that's the Vault of Glass.
So
Pretty
Bullet
much.
There's even 6
Osiris.
people in there when it started.
Right. But you know what I was wondering? I noticed that the armor on the Titan was some like D1 armor. Like before
Yeah,
I
but he
started
threw a
playing
pulse
armor.
grenade, so you know it's D2.
He threw a
No one used pulse grenades in D1. Come on.
true story.
I was wondering if Osiris was like in another timeline where people were like going into the Vault of Glass and it was a raid team. Because I'm sitting there like, there's 6. It's a raid team. Look.
That was me. I was that guy.
Yeah, I was that guy. At some point.
Yeah. Okay. So give us the highlights.
All right. So what we got here?
Osiris is badass.
Yeah. What it seems like
His
is
ghost is badass.
Osiris
Yeah.
is a bird, confirmed.
first. The ghost is voiced by Morena Baccarin, right? Am I saying that right? From
Yep. From
Firefly?
Firefly and Deadpool.
Yep.
And they admitted on the stream that they're trying to collect the Firefly cast members.
Oh, that's awesome. She's the first named ghost in the game, Sagara, and other than like the player's ghost,
Yeah,
that we
which is
actually-
named Idiot.
first named ghost we see, she's the first ghost in the game who talks other than the player's ghost. So
And the first female ghost.
yes, and the first female ghost that we hear from, which is pretty cool. Basically we have to go rescue Osiris from Mercury. The trailer is, like Ben said, Osiris goes into the vault, freezes time, and his ghost is moving around the Vex gun so they don't kill the Guardians. And then, of course, he does something with his fidget cube, and basically the ghost turns around and says, Osiris sees something in a portal. Ghost turns around and says, I thought I just, and then the Minotaur just looks down at the ghost, and they realize that the Vex can see their light. So Osiris gets ambushed by these Vex who were fighting these Guardians, but now they're unfrozen in time, and they're going after him. And basically he grabs his ghost and says, I'm doing this for the both of us. We have to stop the Vex. And he tosses her out of the portal.
Dude, he throws a
she
mean
gets
sliders through that portal.
Yeah. And,
Yep.
yep. So she gets zapped as she's going out the portal. So she lands in the sand and is kind of like KO'd in the sand on Mercury. So that's where we pick up. We have to go find, I'm assuming we have to go find her and then find Osiris. So we're going to have a new social space. It's going to be the actual lighthouse from D1. I never went, but apparently it is similar. They just put some banners up, and it's going to be really, like, it's going to be differently decorated and stuff. They walked around inside there. There was some disciples of Osiris with the Osiris robes. Brother Vance is going to be our point of contact at the lighthouse, which is pretty cool. They said his persona's changed a little bit, as opposed to being like the somber guy who's like Osiris is, giving you the trials of Osiris spiel, for lack of a better term. Are you ready for the trials, Guardian? The trials called you, Guardian. Whatever it was he said in D1 in flavor or idle text. Now he's like, he's pumped that Osiris. He's like, Osiris is going to be here tomorrow. It's like Christmas. So they said
Dad's coming home.
He's meeting his
Exactly.
he gets to meet his hero, so he's
he
hyped.
gets to meet his hero, so he's hyped.
Well, it's a good
So
thing
that's-
for him he doesn't get to find out his hero's a bird because he can't see.
A Middle Eastern bird.
Yes, they did mention. I forget the name of the actor, but
It's Middle
He's a-
Eastern.
Yeah, he's a Middle Eastern voice actor. They said that, or voice actor of Middle Eastern descent. They said that they're going to get into a lot more Middle Eastern and Egyptian, like, for example, the Cabal were very Roman
Yeah.
based when they created them. They're going to do similar influences with the Osiris DLC, with like Middle Eastern and Egyptian like influence in the writing and the lore and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're going to get a new patrol zone. It's going to be Mercury, the Infinite Forest. Our landing zone is going to be the Glass Fields, I think, or the Fields of Glass.
That's tight.
Yeah, and so like this new area, you go out and they had Deej and the team go out and run around a little bit and shoot some Cabal. You're going to be getting other character or other like enemies because, surprise, the Almighty is in the skybox and Mercury is the closest planet to the Almighty, so they're dropping in. Survivors of the Almighty are going to be dropping in, and you know it's similar to running around into the other planets, social space areas.
So the Cabal are now just the Taken during Rise of Iron,
Not
where they're like,
Not
they're still here.
necessarily. I would say they're more like the Fallen or
I
the
don't know.
Vex.
Yeah,
after
the
one of
Fallen
main-
on the EDZ. That's how I picture it.
Yeah, so it's going to be similar to the EDZ in that way. The Cabal are going to be sticking their heads up amongst the Vex and whatever.
Mhm. New Vex. We get to see new Vex.
Yes,
Yeah.
the precursors and the
Post cursors.
descendants.
Oh,
So that's going to be pretty cool. They actually have two doorways when you go out to the forest, or no, I'm sorry, you go inside the planet, like within Mercury, and they find out the Vex hollowed out Mercury for their own purpose. They didn't get into what the purpose was, but there's three. They called them trees. One is from the past. One is from, I think, the present, and the other they said was for the dark future. And the dark future one's all fucked up. It's like got that red Vex like laser shooting through it. It's all floating stones because it's been shattered. It's not good. They showed us concept art from the dark future. It's real bad. The sun's burned out. It's not a good time. So that we're actually gonna be able to go to these places if you go into like the portals at the bottom of these trees from what they said in the stream today. So that was pretty cool. The present obviously is present. The one in the past takes you back to the Mercury. That was like a lush jungle planet, sort of like Venus, I guess. So that was pretty cool. The other thing that, and this is just some basic stuff, heroic strikes are back.
Hell yeah.
We're going to get a raid lair, which basically we're going to go back to the Leviathan, and we're going to be able to choose it like a director, similar to the Strike directory or the Crucible directory, the main raid, which is Leviathan. Then what did they call the new raid layer, Steve? Was that Belly of the Beast?
No, it's Leviathan, Eater of Worlds.
Eater of Worlds. Okay.
so
So
is it a new raid?
It is a completely new raid. It's just on the Leviathan.
Well,
right.
but they're like, the way I took it is that they're more like individual encounters. Is that right?
No, it's multiple encounters and a new boss.
They
All
said-
new. It's
yeah.
just shorter.
They said new puzzles,
Gotcha.
new
Okay.
encounters, and it's going to be a little shorter.
That's why they're calling it a layers, because
Yeah.
it's meant so that you could get it done faster, because sometimes you don't have time to do a
Mhm.
full blown raid.
And they announced we're getting one with the next DLC that's coming in March.
Mhm.
Was it?
Mm.
Yeah, so we're getting
Look,
two
I don't like it,
Crotas
but
for
it's
one
okay.
vault of glass.
Which is I think that's kind of
Cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
I'm
but
sure
we'll
they'll
talk about
connect.
that on. I'll save my big opinions for later.
Yeah, you
Alright.
should see it first. You know, like
Yeah.
see the stream.
Nope, I'm calling it out
And-
right now. Don't like it. I hate it. Yeah, I haven't even seen the stream. I have no idea what it's.
The front door.
I have
They
no
show you the
idea what
front
it's
door,
gonna
which
be, and I hate
think
it.
it's cool to like
I don't like it.
use the rest of the space. You know,
Yeah,
like,
'cause it's
Leviathan's a big ass place, and I'm
think-
happy to see
see,
more of it.
That's why I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times in Destiny where you go to these places that are huge and there's these doors that just don't interact, and I'm just like, there's so much stuff that could be here.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there?
You just
something
want to see more of it. You know,
Exactly.
like I want to go
Yeah.
see more of that place.
And how much you want to bet after all three are out, there's some way that they all connect to like one
Mm.
super raid. I wouldn't be
that,
surprised.
that would be cool.
the challenging, prestigious Leviathan beast belly.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
they're
not. I'm
bumping
off
up
my
the
game
original
tonight.
raid to 300 light, and and all drops are going up too.
Yep. They said that they don't want anything to be deprecated, so they're bringing everything up to 300 light,
I
which
like
means player levels going up to level 25. And max light is going up to max power. Excuse me, max power. Simpsons reference for anybody who catches it. Yeah. The max power level is going to be 330. So
335 with mods.
335 with mods. Now, here's the coolest thing that I picked up from the stream. I don't know too much about it because I didn't get too far into it. But dude, just carrying around this interesting hand cannon. Had some Vex stuff on it.
He
And
shot it literally
Osiris.
twice.
Yep. And then Osiris had some sun. Well, they weren't sun bracers. They were bracers, they called them. And it looked like they had radiolaria fluid where,
Vex bracers.
yeah, so they look like Vex bracers.
Mm-hmm.
And when they asked him about it, they brought us to this area called the Forge. And that's in the social space. It's inside the lighthouse near Brother Vance. There's this thing on the wall. It's got the Eye of Osiris logo and the million like pointed star thing with like 8 or 12 circles around it. Each one is a holographic glyph that lights up. And basically you can get these, you can go to areas on Mercury and get materials, and each one lights up, and then you bring those materials with whatever weapons you find to the forge, and they said you can craft things for the weapons. I don't know how that's going to work. They didn't show us anything, but they said craft. Again, I don't know if this means we're going to get like Steve was talking about way back many episodes ago about crafting weapons in EverQuest, or if it's going to be like just different mods.
Hopefully it's
Similar-
mods, man.
Yeah, similar to what we have now. I think it's cool. Honestly, it looks like a pretty crazy expansion, and they've done some. It looks to be pretty big, and I think that as far as the storyline that they're giving Osiris in this one, I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might be biased. Osiris was one of my favorite like lore topics from D1.
Right.
And it was one of the ones where it's like they only had him in the Trials of Osiris. That was his like main thing. So I was always like, I don't just want to learn about Osiris through Trials. I want to know more about him. So we're actually going to get to meet him like in this DLC. They emphasize like he is this badass, the most badass warlock who ever lived, basically.
Yep.
And it sounds like because they actually gave us a timeline for this. They said it's sort of in real time. It's a few months after the Red War. We get this distress call, or we get this like basically notification that some shit's going down on Mercury, and we have to go deal with it. And they made sure to mention that Ikora turns to the player guardian because she doesn't have many friends.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, it was weird. They
sad.
started talking about how like since the Red
She's
War,
going through an existential crisis from
That's
losing
it.
her light.
that's the word. That was the word I was looking for. She's exploring the fact that she's more than just a weapon, right?
Yeah.
Like guardians are
feels-
walking nukes.
She's
So-
on like an identity thing where she feels like when she lost her light, she doesn't know like what thinks she did it wrong when she
Right.
lost her light.
look,
So she wants to fix it.
she needs to go
Which
run
is-
into the big arms of her boy Lance Reddick. Just come into a Titan's arms here, and
Right.
Zavala, take care of your bay.
So a couple more things that we found out. We're getting 3 new Crucible maps. One is PlayStation
yes.
exclusive.
Another PS exclusive.
Yep. So everyone else gets 2. We get 3.
Suck it, nerds.
Yep. Obviously, new guns and
If
armor.
it's as good as the other PlayStation exclusive Crucible maps, have fun with it.
Have
Hey,
fun
you
with
know
your
what,
4K, you Xbox One Xers. You could play that new map in 4K, except you can't.
Yeah, 60 frames per second. That PC.
Hey, shut up. I'll be there
Twice
someday.
the content. Twice the content.
Twice the content.
Yeah. All the gear looks really awesome. I don't know. It just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
That hand cannon.
I know. I want to know when Deej shot it like twice though, it sounded very lackluster. It was like it looked like you're holding a 44 Magnum.
And it went,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like pew pew. Okay.
But it's got like a little tube with radiolarity going through it, so it's like a Vexy hand cannon.
ew.
I just
That's
wanna know what it
disgusting.
does,
That is
you know?
so
It
gross.
sounds weak sauce. That's all I'm saying. It sounds weak sauce.
Yeah, and it
Yeah, it
looks like
doesn't
it's
sound
shooting
good.
man sauce.
Bro,
That's why I was like,
Man.
we were talking about that, like shooting Vex milk, and I was like, that's fucking disgusting. I was talking to my wife about Destiny lore, and I told her about Vex milk, and she was like, so it's like jizz? And I was like, yeah, pretty much.
So your wife listens to you when you talk about Vex
It
lore?
is the first time ever that I've gotten her to listen to anything about Destiny, and that's because we had a fucking like 10-hour car ride.
She was stuck.
Yeah, you
Wow,
can't walk
man.
away from this one, babe. Baby's sleeping.
Wow.
I'm the only one talking.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Um,
I tried to tell my wife the story, like Cade's story from the story chest of the different letters in the journals, because of course, like I play that and I find out, I'm like, oh man, that's like a heartbreaker. And then my son wakes up from the nap. I'm like, don't worry, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
He wakes up and you're like, I love you so much.
Yeah.
I just love you so much.
I tried
I
to tell my
promise
wife-
I'll never leave you to become a robot and then lose
Yeah.
my memory.
Exactly.
That's
Just
fucking
like-
rough.
So what's this? And I tried explaining it, and she's like, didn't understand. She's like, I don't care. All right.
Well, fair enough.
I tried.
Do we have anything else that we learned from the stream today? Any big headlines?
Not really.
I think we got them all. I mean, looks cool.
Oh, we learned you'll die a lot in the raid lair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said that it's hard.
they're making them hard.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that they said that I thought was really interesting is that they're treating the layers as like a kind of like a playground for raid mechanics. So I think that's kind of cool. I think we're gonna see a lot of new kinds of encounters in there, which
Right.
should be
Hey.
pretty exciting.
Maybe this time around we won't be like, so this mechanic reminds me a lot of King's Fall, so we should do it like this, or this mechanic reminds me a lot of Wrath, so we should do it like this. Maybe there won't be any tie-ins to old mechanics. That would be awesome.
I mean, it seems like I guess what I'm excited about is that the stakes are a little bit lower for the raid layers. So
Mhm.
you know,
So I can
like
try different things. They can
Yeah,
be
you know,
risky
like
with it.
the gauntlet on the Leviathan is like so weird. I can't believe they actually did that in like a proper raid encounter. And so if they've got weirder crap that they were holding back, you know, I mean, the Bathin babies, that's a weird encounter, you know, like if they've got weirder stuff that they've been holding back because it was too risky to put in the raid proper, then we might be in for a treat.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Every
excited.
time, like if we've learned anything from Destiny 1 and so far in Destiny 2, it's that every time Bungie's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just try it and see what happens. Like strike scoring. That was a risk. You know, that could have bombed, but it was great. Every time they've tried that stuff, it's been great. So hopefully it's great.
Love the
so-
live team. Love those guys and girls.
Honestly, I'll just be happy if the mechanics are something better or more than, okay, shoot things until this happens, then jump in this one spot and shoot things.
Well, it's kind of
Shoot
hard
them.
because all you have is a gun in your body.
Right.
So there's
Right,
not
but like
too many
Scary said,
mechanics.
The gauntlet, that's brilliance.
I want them to take it more game show. I want to stand behind a panel and answer questions.
Family Feud style.
Yeah, I want a Bob Barker up there.
Let me spin the wheel. Oh man, I had more RNG to the raid. You just spin a wheel, you're just like, oh god, this sucks.
Man, the price is wrong, Bob.
I cannot imagine that going over well.
That would be
um,
terrible.
So
Oh man.
when we were going to do a show on Sunday, we asked for lots of listener questions, and I know I'm segueing out of this like fucking nothing.
Right. Hey, before we get to those questions, I have a question from Drafty. Did you guys hear about the Canadian Sports Club sponsored by the nursing home?
No.
No.
They're called the Jerry Hat Tricks.
Hockey.
Yep.
Yo,
I
though.
like it.
Okay, wait. Where are we at in hockey season, Scott?
We are. I mean, it just started like. a
Yeah,
month
that's what I'm
ago,
talking
so,
about. Guys,
Like,
I don't understand why that's funny. I like hockey, dude. I like going to hockey games. Like,
I like half expected you to be like, took too long, moving on.
hey, where are we at with hockey? Oh, it's the beginning of the season. Great. Anyway, hey, go support your hockey teams, and if you don't have a professional team by you, go support the what is it, AAA or AA or something like that.
AHL. If it's not AHL, there's a bunch of minor leagues around.
Yeah, man, they got fun stuff going on. I go to see the Monsters play, Lake Erie Monsters champs.
Oh, right.
Woo! And they do this sick like 3-2-1 night where it's $3 beer, $2 hot dogs, $1 sodas, and like that's a great place to take the family. You know, you might get to see a fight. You usually get to see some goofy shit go down between periods. Definitely go see some hockey. I don't know.
No.
There's an
I'm
ad.
gonna be on that.
That's our new sponsor, hockey. Go watch it. And yeah, the tickets aren't very expensive at all for the AHL stuff. It's awesome. So we got a bunch of questions from our listeners, and I just thought, you know, this is a good time to just take an episode and answer a bunch of fucking questions. Mostly just because we have a bunch of fucking questions. So, I guess I'll just start reading these.
Yeah.
My boy Lazarich, what's up, dude? His daughter is pretty much exactly as old as my daughter, and it's fucking awesome. First time dads, yay. Anyway, are there any games coming out between now and the end of the year that might take you away from Destiny 2? Well, at least for a little bit. I think for Christmas, I'm definitely asking for Assassin's Creed. That game looks really cool.
I've only heard amazing things about it.
And I was a big fan of that series for a long time, and then it kind of like the last like 2 or 3 are just kind of shitty, but I'm glad that they took some time off and really focused on making the game good again, and that's tight.
They like released 2, I think, in the time they were developing this one. This game's been in development for over 4 years.
Yeah, well,
Whoa.
they go back
didn't
and
know
forth. They have 2 studios that work on Assassin's Creed, and they usually are on a 2-year development cycle. But it'll be like, you know, they're offset, so every year they come out with the game. But
Like Call of Duty.
yeah, what is it, like Sledgehammer, and then Infinity Ward is the other company that works on those.
I don't know. There's 3 actually developers for Call of Duty, and they all have 3 years, and they're on a 1-year cycle.
I also do want to play Call of Duty World War II a little bit, but I don't want to pay $60 or even like $40 for it. But I kind of want to play that. Like it's okay. Like I used to play Call of Duty and I was okay at it, and I've never been into shooters while a World War II game was out. So I'm kind of excited to be like, oh, I actually like am deep into first person shooters, and I've never played a World War II one, and also liked shooters. So
Right.
I kind of want to play
I
it.
still don't see the appeal, honestly. It's the
Just
same
for
game.
World War II or for COD games?
I don't get the appeal of World War II,
I'm talking about
the actual war.
the
Yeah, the actual
franchise.
war.
Well, not the actual war. Jesus Christ. It was Veterans Day like this past week, guys.
I
Seriously.
just don't get the appeal for the whole
Yeah.
war thing.
Anyway, I just don't get the appeal of the whole Call of Duty thing. I think it was, I'm not sure, but I think it was meant to be like a Counter-Strike type game for console, maybe. And then
Hey man, it's boots on the ground.
yeah, I don't know, man. I played it and I'm just like, this kind of sucks. The only reason I'm playing is because my friends are playing, and as soon as they all quit, I'm like, all right, fuck this
Well,
game.
and Nazi Zombies has always been tight. I've always really enjoyed that.
See,
Yeah,
I-
dude.
Yeah.
my buddy Gray Fox loves that, and we used to play it passing the controller back and forth on his couch. But like,
Oh,
other
you
than
got to
that,
play
he's,
together,
like,
man.
He's like harassing me to get it. I'm like, I don't want to spend money on that. Like, it was
Yeah.
funny. It was
Zombies
fun
are
'cause
dope, but
It was fun because we were sitting on the couch drinking, passing the controller back and forth.
Honestly,
You
if I want to kill some Nazis, I'm gonna get Wolfenstein 2.
dude, Wolfenstein looks
Dude,
great,
it
too.
does look really good.
That's honestly, I guess that's a good segue. That would be my pick. Like, I don't think it'll actually take me away from Destiny for like an extended period of time, but you know, I'd spend a couple of weeks playing that game.
Anyone know when Borderlands 3 is coming out? Preemptive fuck you to Ben before he says anything bad about it.
That's what's like. Hopefully, never.
I didn't even know it was happening. So
Um,
They had an engine trailer for it a while ago. I think it was like 2016 E3.
Yeah, I watched
Um,
that. That was actually very entertaining. If you're into like game coding and stuff, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was, and they had some really cool stuff in there, and it does look like visually looks, way more stunning than the original two Borderlands games. They got, I mean, it's still like animated, like comic book. I forget the name of the actual.
cell shaded.
Yeah, that's it, cell shaded. It's still cell shaded, but it looks like way cooler than the
Yeah.
original two. And the other, I guess, two that followed that, the pre-sequel and then the Telltale Games one. But
Right.
I mean, I'm on Gearbox's mailing list, and like I follow them on all social media pretty much, like just waiting. Every single thread, they're doing some other shooter game now. Like it just looks like another pile of
Project
dog
1v1. I actually
Yeah,
I got an invite to that beta, and I just never downloaded it.
I was gonna
Same
say,
here.
did you guys play it? Because
No.
everybody I know got an invite to the beta, and they're like, "Is it Borderlands 3?" And if the answer is no, then I'm not interested. And that's pretty much how every single thing, every single post that they make about these other games go. And like, great, like you guys want to make different games and not be pigeonholed, but you're gonna have to get the people what they want sooner or later, or you're gonna go out of business, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Um,
that's the only one I'm waiting for.
yeah.
I'm
Anybody
not
else?
really
Any
looking
games?
into anything new, but I picked up Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm gonna play
It's
through
a
that.
fun
I'll
game.
Continue that.
I'm
tonight.
100 hours in and never beat it.
And then I bought Pokemon Sun because for some reason every time a Pokemon game comes out, like a year later, I'm like I should play Pokemon, and so I'm like always consistently a year behind on Pokemon. So I'm gonna be playing Pokemon Sun, and probably Converse is trying real hard to get me to play Pokemon trading card game online. I downloaded it. So
Converse is in the chat right now, by the way. What's up,
it
dude?
is in the chat. What's up, Con?
Anybody else got any games coming out?
I don't really know what's coming out other than
Yeah.
what came out.
I mean, I might pop
either.
into Destiny 1 a little bit and play some PvP, but
Dude.
There's been some talk about some private matches
Absolutely.
happening. Fluffy called out Scary earlier today.
Well, I'm not getting an Xbox. Goodness gracious, dude.
yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
You don't
come
want to get
on.
an Xbox just to play private matches?
just
Get out of here.
just to go through and re-grind through Destiny 1.
Yo, how long until somebody
Hey, you could get a Hawk Moon.
how long until somebody just like fucking mods the shit out of life and puts Destiny 1 on PC? Because that's what I want.
My gosh.
I just
yeah.
even if it's just
I-
PvP.
Honestly, like I would give any amount of money to be able to play Vault of Glass on PC.
No,
Like,
I
don't
just
even
want to
care.
voop people on PC with my Sally V.
Yeah, I guess, or just get that chaperone, that sweet,
Yeah.
sweet
Ugh.
chaperone.
You got a chaperone in D2.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the same. It doesn't
look,
make the whip noise.
life
when
isn't
you
not
pull
the
it
s-
out.
life
Make
isn't
it
the same
yourself.
anymore.
Just make the noise with your mouth every time.
You're just sitting there going. Whoosh.
I want my universal remote too. Let's just be
Oh my
honest.
god, for sure.
And
Well, I mean,
icebreaker. Oh
alright.
my gosh.
all right, here's the thing though. You
Oh
don't really
my
need
gosh.
universal roam anymore because with submachine guns. And here's I discovered something this week in D2. Because I had pledged Dead Orbit on my Hunter, and I was playing PvP, and I was like, I don't want to play my Hunter and support Dead Orbit, right? So I got on
Yeah,
my
just
Titan,
couldn't do it.
and I had line rampants on. And I was like, holy crap, I don't like being stuck in the air anymore. switched to Peacekeepers, threw on Antiope D and Mob Justice, and just played old D1 shotgun meta style with SMGs. Holy shit, was it fun? And I was just, people won't know what to do when there's a Titan charging and zigzagging towards them. They don't know what to do, especially when you can like reach out and touch them with that Antiope. Like that kind of stupid. It's so stupid. Oh man. But yeah, just shredding people. They're like, oh, SMGs are a thing. I forgot about those. And you can ready them instantly. You don't ever have to reload. That play style is broken.
I had to get me some Peacekeepers. I haven't had a chance to try those yet.
Oh my god, it's fun. Also, I switched off of double pulse nades. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not using double pulse nades in PvP.
What are you doing then?
Striker?
I went to the Juggernaut tree, and I'm using the single pulse nade. And get this, when I kill someone with my melee, I get my health back. When I punch someone, it actually uses like an ability. I don't have to be running to use shoulder charge and then get my melee ability go off. I could literally just be standing and punch them. That's pretty dope too. Also part of Peacekeepers, if I get a melee kill, it automatically reloads my SMG. There's one more too that I'm forgetting. It's just so stupid. Kills with your super makes your super last longer. That's good.
Trample. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do like that one.
There's one more. Can't remember exactly what it does though. I don't know, but it's the one I'm forgetting is like stupid. It's just stupid.
Hey, Vantage wants to know. Vantage 31. He's new to the Discord or fairly recent, right?
He's the leader of the other clan that joined us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Great, great shout out. That other clan, that who knows what they're called?
Well, they're called Barely a Destiny Clan.
Yeah,
That's
they're
right.
Barely
You call
Destiny
Barely
Clan.
Destiny Clan now.
Heck yeah.
He says, "Do you think the live team?" Sorry. Oh my God, I'm dying. Do you think the live team will bring D2 closer to where D1 is now? A
Yes.
game that nobody plays anymore? I hope not. No.
Dude, if you
I'm
can
hyped.
matchmake pretty quick when it's mayhem on D1. I can tell you that.
Oh, I miss
I'm
Mayhem.
hype
I
about
played a
the
little
live
last
team
week.
being activated to do
Yeah.
live team things.
I am very excited about
That's
that.
gonna be
I thought Rise of Iron that they did an amazing job on that.
Age
Especially
of Triumph was probably, well, I didn't play a lot of Destiny 1's lifetime, but Age of Triumph, amazing.
Yeah, it was
that
really good too. That was Age of Triumph was the biggest fan service ever, and I thought that was
And it was
very awesome.
dope.
Yeah,
It
I was gonna
awesome.
say I really
So
don't
good.
give a rat's ass. It was
Yep.
so fun.
Mhm.
I still remember the first 4 weeks. Everybody was logging in. They're like, "All right, what's the challenge?"
Oh
mode this
yeah,
week for
dude,
this
that was
raid?
so
Let's do it."
sick. And nobody ever did King's Fall because it was Iron Banner.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
what
King's
was that
Fall.
about? That was weird.
Look, they
That's
knew nobody
why,
wants to
man.
do King's Fall, so they're like, just put it during Iron Banner week.
Everybody
That way
did
nobody will
King's
complain.
Fall, right? Everybody did King's Fall originally, and they're like, "This raid is really long. It's really hard. The
Well, we did it
weapons
for a
all
year.
the
Hey.
weapons all
Like-
suck, and the armor sucks worse."
Listen, if anybody wants to run King's Fall normal mode, because I'm not doing hard mode on that, fuck you. We do need to get Steve through it. He's never done it.
And we've got
man,
a
that's
bunch of
right.
guys in the clan that never rated in D1 that want to do it too.
So
Oh, we gotta just have a channel for that in
Look,
the Discord.
yeah,
Listen,
I'll make a
listen.
channel for D1 matchmaking. I don't think we're gonna have an LFG, like an active one.
No,
but
we
I
should
think-
just plan something out.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is probably make some events that we're gonna be like, okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna do some D1 events, because honestly, we all love D1. That's why we made a podcast about Destiny. And why should we not play it anymore? Just because there's a new game doesn't mean that we can't enjoy the old one at all.
Yeah, dude, it's still fun.
I'm gonna go in and enjoy some Sally V this week.
That
I'll
30
be
frames per
honest,
second
man.
is hard to go back to, though. I'm just gonna be honest. Keep
I
going,
have
Scott.
to, I have
was
to
gonna be honest.
reinstall it.
I loved the raids in D1, except King's Fall. That one was a royal. See you next Tuesday.
I like normal mode. Normal mode was great.
Even normal mode, man. You get to that Oryx encounter and you get like
Yeah,
to the
you
last
could get
round
shit.
of bombs, and you're like, all right, here we go, 16 bombs. Let's detonate these things, and you're like shooting the chest. It's like chest isn't open. Why is the chest not opening? The chest is not opening. what's going on, Oryx? And he sits there for a minute, and then you just all get wiped because glitch.
Mhm.
And that's
Okay,
Yeah,
after
but let's
4
just be honest.
that's
Some
after
of the
4
jumping
hours.
puzzles in King's Fall make it all worth it.
Oh, Dick Wall.
With new players, dude. I mean,
Yeah, those.
let's
were
not give it away.
hilarious.
Let's not give it away. But anybody that hasn't done King's Fall, I'm happy to run it with you. Happy
Alright,
to
so
show
I
you
know,
through.
I know about one. I'm not doing that thing on the War Priest. Not going to get me.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll get you
Anyway,
some. We'll get you some
Yeah,
other way.
You're right. We won't get you with that one.
I
Dude,
looked up that, I
One of my
looked up that
favorite.
last in the Juggernaut tree, by the way, real quick. Critically wounding an enemy or breaking their shields increases your melee range and damage. So
Ooh.
with
Pair that with some
Peacekeepers
Synthesex.
too, specifically, just shoot the crap out of them as soon as the white bar is gone. You punch them and they're dead. It's great, and you don't even have to be close.
God damn.
Yeah,
Um,
Juggernaut tree. Try it out. It's great.
Yeah. So
Next
S-
question.
SJRD3387. I don't know how else to say that.
Sergeant D. No. I don't know.
Alphabet Soup asks.
S Junior D.
Suck my junior D.
Junior D gives up the wrong.
Oh man. Hey, what kind of things would you like to do with Osiris in the DLC? He says, I hope we get to play alongside him like the Vanguard and the Red War missions. Maybe bring back OG Trials with Osiris voicing it. That I don't think is going to happen. But
Yeah.
that last
Although
part
I would
don't
love
think.
on elimination mode.
Oh man. Never mind. It's a rabbit hole I don't even want to go down. What kind of things would I like to see with the Osiris DLC? I mean, we found out a bunch of it today. So
Can I
that
throw out a bold speculation?
go ahead.
Do it.
Be my guest.
All right. So check this out. We had the view of the social space, right? And Brother Vance was our point of contact there. Why was it not Osiris?
Because Osiris is in the field.
He's dead.
Is he?
He's dead
No,
and he's alive. I don't
No.
know.
All right. So he's not. The reason it's not Osiris is because Osiris is trapped in the quote vault of glass, trying to do his thing, and we're working with Ikora and his ghost to rescue him.
Right.
Just like you had to do with because none of the Vanguard were actually your person on each planet. You know, they
Right.
all left and left the other
Right.
person there. So Brother
Exactly.
Vance is the equivalent of Sloan or Failsafe, or or whoever.
Look,
So
and
at the
he's
end of the campaign.
Osiris is going to show up at the end like Hawthorne did.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, at the end of the campaign, I think this is just me. I think Osiris is going to be taking over the speaker's quarters in the tower.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
man!
I
I'll
was
party
just
with that
gonna say.
bird.
there is no way Osiris is going to be stuck on the lighthouse. He's going to be in the tower, and there's going to be no point in going to the lighthouse once you beat the story. It's going to be the farm part 2.
Yeah, man, there'll be a reason to go to the lighthouse when the flashpoint's on Mercury.
There you go.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time thinking of things that I want to be in this
I mean-
DLC, just because like I kind of know what is going to be there. Like I would love if private matches were coming, but like they're not yet. But
Not yet.
Yeah.
we will
What I
get
want
there.
for Osiris is for him to stand there and be able to just talk to him and learn lore stuff.
Dude,
That's it.
Yeah, like
That's what I want.
through idle text. Yeah.
Not even that. Maybe even this is totally not happening, but Bungie, give us a conversation wheel just for Osiris. Let us ask him questions.
That's what Steve wants. Hey, it's like the emote wheel. Maybe they'll add it.
Right.
Wheels for everyone.
I thought they said they were adding that in the thing today, but I might be wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they've given us a timeline on the emote wheel.
Okay, so maybe
That
it
was a live team thing, not a DLC thing.
Then maybe I heard it on a podcast. They were talking about it like right around or before the. Because I was listening to a podcast and I'm like, oh shit, stream time, and I shut that off. And so
Right.
it might be the two bleeding together. Sorry.
You know, it would be cool to fight with Osiris in this DLC. I would love to go play Vault of Glass again and see Osiris pop through Dawn Blading. You know,
Well, it'd be cool.
well, I'm saying in
What I'd like to
D1.
see is,
You know,
like,
They're gonna patch
All right.
D1, and Osiris is gonna show up in Vault of Glass in D1.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to go to load into that part of the mission, and it's going to say, "Please insert your Destiny 1 disc and select Vault of Glass for the director
I love
to
that idea.
continue this mission."
What I'd like to see is, okay, so once we lose our light in the Red War campaign, we don't actually fight or work with the Vanguard.
Dude,
We're, like,
spoilers.
rescuing them or just talking to them or anything like that. Yeah, spoilers. It's been out for 2 months. Anyway, what I would like to see is something a little bit more old school, in which like you're going through the story and you're fighting stuff, and Osiris comes out. Like you'll trigger events where Osiris will come out and like kill some stuff, and then disappear again, and you move like like in game, basically in game cinematics.
Like Cade in the tower in the first mission of D2.
Yeah.
Or
he's just
Zavala,
like-
where Zavala's popping his shield for you and dropping ore.
Dude.
That kind of stuff. That's what I want for Osiris.
Be tight.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we are running a little long, so we're gonna go through these a little faster.
All right.
Fluffy asks, "What quality of life changes do you hope they bring with DLC 1?" And I'm gonna hate myself for this, but more vault space.
Yeah, or just something
run
to
out yet.
fix the shader mod.
Let me
problem,
organize my
like,
vault, please.
Yeah, and like make the organization stick, not
Here's-
just like for a second.
Mass
That would be
deletion of
dope.
shaders.
Mass deletion of
That's
shaders are
coming.
never
They're
gonna
working
fucking
on
work.
that. They're
See,
working on that.
mass deletion of shaders is just like a band-aid on the real problem, which is just have enough room for the shaders. Or
Yeah,
like
just
a
give
shader
'em-
collection or something. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm no game dev, so I can't say what they should or shouldn't
You know-
do. But I can say what I want as a player.
Wait,
I
you're not a
actually
game
I just
dev?
want to keep all my damn shaders.
I thought you
like
were a
something-
game dev.
Uh,
Why,
well, I
why are you
pretend
even
to
on
be
this
one
show,
Twitter
dude?
sometimes.
Why did we make you a host?
Oh man. The thing I want the most.
Topical, very
Here's
topical.
what I want the most. When I'm claiming an engram after turning in my tokens, I want to be able to pick weapons or armor.
For your engram?
Yes.
No,
Please.
never gonna
For the
happen.
love of God, we had it in D1. Why don't we have it now? I want to be able to go to the Emissariat Trials and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I need armor. I'm going to pick armor this time because I already have every weapon.
I'll add on to that, Steve. I want to be able to buy things with my stupid tokens. Like
You will be. That's coming. We know
Yeah,
that's coming.
they said that's coming,
No,
but
no,
that's
no,
not
I
a
mean-
live team thing, right?
I mean, like I want to be able to go to wherever Banshee and like buy an Antiope D. Or
Yeah.
I mean, I have one already, so I don't need it. But
I wanna.
even shaders. Like I want to be able to go to Banshee at the reset and buy more Omelon Meteor because I haven't gotten Omelon Meteor in 3 months, and that's the shader that I have because it's black and teal because hockey. And I have new gear that needs to be shaded, and I can't get Omelon Meteor, and it's really annoying. Like shaders, they're just and it's RNG, and I can't go buy that one, and it's like, come on, guys, like. Stop giving me this stupid
Just
fucking
Liberally.
blue and whatever shader that I'm never gonna wear, or like Atlantis Wash or whatever the fuck that one is.
God damn it, Lance Wash.
Yeah, it's like yellow. and
Vanguard
tan.
Magnus. Ugh.
Yeah, it has no point. It's just yellow and tan, and it looks like you got fucking left a yellow like piece of armor out in the sun in the Death Valley sun for like fucking 12 years. It's all bleached, and you're just like, fuck this shader. I don't want it. I want something good looking. But I have 100 of those goddamn things and 2 Omelon Meteors. Please
man,
give me
that's
the
life.
option to buy shaders from somewhere when I'm hoarding tokens.
I
Amen.
want to be the very best that no one ever was.
You want to catch them all?
Yeah, I got to catch all the shaders. Hey, Gorilla Golf asks, he says, with all the negativity towards D2 so far and people saying that they're done with this game, what would it take for you guys to stop playing the game?
They'd probably have to just turn it off.
Here's what it would
Yeah.
take to get me to stop playing. I run out of things to do. And that happened, so I haven't been playing much. And when there is stuff to do, I will play more.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you know what's even great about that is like because it's been the same for me. I've been playing Fortnite, Warframe, Dragon Age, all this other stuff. Guess what? When people are like, "Hey, you guys want to raid tonight?" I'm in. I want to raid. That's fun. I like
Yeah,
hanging out
dude.
with my friends, and Destiny is not a bad game, and it's fun still. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna play the raid. You don't have to play only one game all the time. It's okay.
What?
It's okay to play
I
other games.
do.
What are you saying?
I do play one game all the time because I don't do like I haven't seen a bunch of many other games that interest me. But it's nice to be able to play like maybe 2 nights a week and then have like my raid night on Fridays with my buddies, and then kind of feel like, okay, I didn't really miss anything. All my weeklies are good. I'm all set. Got my Nightfall done. You know, it's not like just I got to hammer away every night of the week for at least 3 hours, or I'm not going to be ready to raid on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
That's
So
where
it
it's
is
at
kinda-
right there. That's
it's
kind of
kinda
my
nice,
deal
man.
too. Will Destiny run out of things for me to do and I'll play other stuff? Sure, but I'm kind of playing other stuff right now anyway. Like I'm still playing Overwatch and PUBG and Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
it's gonna last me a while, I guess. I mean, I know that's not really like answering the question. You know, like the question is
like what
does-
would they ruin for you to stop
yeah,
playing? But
yeah, and I guess like
you can't. I'm
Yeah, I
I'm,
don't
I'm
know,
the kind of
yeah.
guy that played every Assassin's Creed game. You can't make me stop playing.
I mean, I guess they would have to make if they made the Crucible less fun because I still play a lot of Crucible and I like it and if
Yeah.
they made it even less fun because I'll be honest, like the Crucible doesn't feel as good as D1 in its prime felt. You
Yeah.
know, like
No,
there
you're
was
right.
a time when I was like itching to play the Crucible 24 hours a day, and I don't feel that way anymore. It's definitely lost a little bit of its magic. It's still fun, and I still play it as often as I can.
It's just,
But,
it's not
you
the
know,
same
like,
experience.
Yeah, there's something that it is lacking, and I hope they find it. If they made a change that made it even less fun, then like that's going to cut down my playtime pretty drastically because that's pretty much all I have left to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'll still raid when my buddies want to, like Zan said, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll still, like I haven't even played any Trials on PC yet, so I plan on doing that. But then after that, it's going to be Crucible with my friends,
Nice.
and like so. Hopefully they don't make it worse.
Converse has a good point in the chat. He said if they added loot box paywalls like in Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
If you really went hard on the microtransactions, I would stop.
I'll put it this way: 2 ways that get me to stop playing Destiny: add that pay to win factor and turn it into Call of Duty. I think I would light my PlayStation on fire if that was the case, because I just fucking hate that franchise. There's no point to it.
How do you really feel, Scott?
Yeah,
Could
how
you
do
just-
you really feel?
Take it or leave it.
Man, I wish that Ishtar would load all of my stuff. Rebel
Next
Scum.
question.
Rebel Scum wants to know. I was reading it. Give me a chance,
This
brother.
is my favorite question, by the way.
Rebel Scum asks, "What's the hardest part about being a rollerblader?" I'm just kidding. If you know the end of that joke, it's funny. Hey, what's the best shader and why is it Nebula Rose? It's not.
Oh, it totally is.
No, you are. Just like Scott, it's okay to be wrong with your choices. Scott likes Dead Orbit, and it's okay to be wrong. It is not that.
Yeah, but we won. We're the first ever champions of the world for faction
And
rallies.
you'll
okay?
be the last.
You can't take that away from us, Mr. Burger King.
You know what? First to win the faction rally and the first to get killed by my Dead Orbit guns
What's
and
your
Crucible.
Your number and your.
All right, Scott, let's fire up D1. 1v1 me. Let's go.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Hey, here's the best shader. It's Bumblebee, by far.
Oh my
That's a good one.
gosh,
I like
this
that.
guy.
Nebula
I like
Rose
that.
is the best shader because it causes the most tilt. When you're getting killed by a glittery pink purple dude,
Yes.
you're gonna get mad.
Yep.
Especially when that dude's rocking the pink Jade Rabbit emblem
Mhm.
and the
That
chicken
that
dance.
that right there, Steve, is Big Bear's MO. There's a reason he's the big pink Titan. That's what he does.
Exactly. It's so
And
good.
he does it with fusion rifles, and people get even madder, so it's
Mhm.
even funnier.
Your Nebula Rose shaded fusion rifle.
Hey, for real, you want to know what the best shader is? And I know Scary's gonna agree with me on this one.
Let's hear it, dude.
New Monarchy Diamonds.
I was just gonna say it.
Ooh,
I'm glad I
that is
didn't
a
have
good
to.
one.
Honestly, it's a good look.
It's the best
My
shader in the
hunter is
game.
decked out with
I like
New
that
Monarchy
one.
everything,
Um,
and it's good.
what's the other New Monarchy shader that's got the black to it too? It's like black and gold.
New Monarchy Regalia.
Yeah, that's a nice one too.
I mean, Golden Trace.
are both
Anything that's
good.
got the gold in there. That gold that they put into this game looks so fucking good. And I
It
bet you it would
really
look
does.
great with 60 frames.
The Iron Banner shaders are pretty nice as well.
Yeah. You know what shader is the worst shader in the game right now? It's called Dead Orbit Camo.
It's called
Yeah.
Dead Orbit. Fill in
And
the blank.
that's exactly why I put that on as much stuff as possible while Ben was on his stream.
Ugh, it's disgusting.
On Ben's Titan.
All right, so Steve's Nebula Rose. I'm Bumblebee. Scary, are you Iron Regal or New Monarchy Diamonds?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
What's yours, Scott? What's your favorite shader?
Home Alone Meteor, man. It's
Oh
black
yeah,
and teal.
I knew
Gotta rep
that.
my Sharks
We've
colors.
talked about
No,
this
but if-
before.
Honestly, if it's not Nebula Rose, if I'm not rocking Nebula Rose, I put my Titan in watermelon, and it looks pretty good.
Ooh, that's a good one
Looks
too.
pretty good.
I like that.
This is the last question, then we're gonna get out of here. What are your top 3 shaders for the emote wheel? That question doesn't make any sense. But I assume it's what are
Pretty sure
your
they mean emotes.
yeah, and that's from Vantage 31 again. And I wish I knew the one. This is not going to work out well for our audio listeners. Scary, what's the one where you do the like
Floss
this-
dance, and that's
yeah.
exactly what I was gonna say. Gosh damn, do I love that
So
one.
good. So good.
floss dance, point, and then do you get 3 or 4?
Yeah.
For
We're saying
don't-
3
we don't
because
know.
that's what they said they used 3 as in the example. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
guess 3.
I'm going to go floss dance, point, and confused.
Oh
Ooh.
my gosh, confused is
Ooh.
the new meta. Let's just
I
be
can't.
honest.
Oh,
I'm
it's
going.
so
I'm
good.
going chicken dance. Point, because point is the most useful emote to be
You
honest.
gotta have point.
Point and blow kiss. I love that one.
That's a good one. Oh,
When the Titan with
For tilt purposes, blow kiss.
yeah, with SMGs, double SMGs, and Peacekeepers,
Yep.
rocking all Nebula Rose,
Blowing
blows you a
kisses.
kiss.
No, my Titan's in watermelon right now, which is the same as Nebula Rose, but it's blue. It's red and green.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh man.
But my guns are Nebula Rose still.
Oh gosh, I guess if your Warlock is Nebula Rose, that is even more tilt.
All right. What about Scary and Mr. Scott? Damn it! Almost called you Slapshot, and I was like, who am I?
You guys took all the good ones because Confused and Floss Dance. Those are my 2 favorite, like all-time favorite.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Still looking forward to Mic Drop. That's
Yes.
still coming.
Yes.
Right? And
I'm
that's
looking forward to selfie.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
want that one
gosh.
so bad.
Because like legit, the thumbs up selfie, I take that picture all the time because I don't know what to do in pictures. So like, I was like, that one was made for me.
I love it.
Oh my god. Okay, so the best part about the confused emote is when you get I love doing this. I have it on my Warlock, and I'll get a double or triple down with the Nova Bomb, and then just stand there and be like, "What? What was that?
Dude,
Excuse me?
Confused? That's so good.
Did you guys see that? What was that?"
That's the point of emotes. I thought was they're not supposed to be useful. Their use is supposed to generate salt. So I mean, I like the salty emote. You get a killing crucible, and then you just do
That's
the
the
salty
Salt bag. Oh my
Hilarious.
gosh.
Hey, can we
So
just
ridiculous.
can we recognize that before D2 came out, I suggested that become an emote.
Yes.
Yep. Mhm.
Yep.
Just saying.
And you know what the confused emote is? That is legit out of Grandma's Boy. What high score? What's that? Did I break it? That is what that emote is.
No, it's John Travolta.
Yeah, dude, it's Confused Travolta.
Travolta from Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I would have to go salty, confused, floss dance because that's just fucking hilarious.
Floss Dance.
The
It's
floss dance is so
good.
funny.
Yeah.
It's what
so
I have
good.
on my Hunter right now.
It's
There was-
it's the new Tiny Dance.
Yeah. There was a time.
Oh
After-
man, I miss Tiny
my
Dance.
God.
Yeah, dude. Hey, if they're gonna bring stuff back from D1, why not emotes?
I was just gonna say,
Come on.
how about this? If you guys could bring an emote back from D1, which one would it be?
Oh, drop to your knees. They're like, why God? That one. I got that like when I knew that they were going to come out with custom emotes. That's the only thing I wanted because I love doing that in raids. We're like, Guardian down, run over to their ghost and do that. Oh my God. We were playing.
Really? We just teabag.
Now we were playing with this kid, and he was a friend of a friend, super quiet, shy, timid guy. And every time he would die, I'd run over to him, just like, Zach, no, my son, and just be screaming. It'd make him so uncomfortable. It was great.
If we're porting emotes from D1 over, I want motivate the Shia LaBeouf "You Can Do It" emote. Yes,
That's a good one.
I loved that one.
That one
so
was pretty
much.
good. My favorite was the celebrate one though, just because it was so like aggressive. That hip thrust was so aggressive. And I just could not get enough of that. Chaperone somebody in the face and then celebrate on their dead body. Like just that hip thrust was so good.
That's awesome.
Did you ever watch Cat Williams stand up?
Yes.
Okay. You know when he's talking about doing the sports dance moves, like the baseball one where you like hit it and you're like, just bat out, like shaking your head. I want those emotes so fucking bad.
Jump shot.
Oh my God.
Vandals
If you haven't
jump
looked
shot.
it up, if you haven't looked
Jump
it
shot
up,
was good.
That is a good one.
dude, okay, jump shot. I was collecting clips for a montage that I never made called Fusion Wolf, where I would run around and fusion nade people while wearing the flaming wolf head and just fusion nade and then immediately jump shot afterwards. So fucking good.
There was somebody from I think they were talking about the Crucible this week on a podcast I listened to, and they said the same thing. They're like, I used to love doing the grenade, and then, or maybe it was Vandals who was talking about that. He said he used to love sticking him with a grenade and then doing a jump shot emote, and then they just die.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
I think it was Vandals. I do think it was Vandals.
That's what I'm talking
I
about,
can see
dude.
him doing that too. I could totally see him doing.
You gotta fusion
That's-
wolf people.
That's totally him.
Who didn't go? Anybody?
I would bring back the MC Hammer dance emote because that was awesome.
Oh, that one was pretty good.
That was good.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap us up. You can find our show at Barely ADS on Twitter. You can send us an email, barelydestinyshow@gmail.com. If you're in a band and you want to be on the show, send us an email to that place. Give us a link to your music. Again, the music this week is by Table Talk. Thank you. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, PlayStation, soon PC, Ben Malone. Steve, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere. Xanafan711. Even Snapchat. Apparently, people have been finding me on Snapchat, and I don't know who they are, and they don't tell me who they are. They just add me, and they
Send them
Send them
nudes.
fat snaps, Steve.
Of course, all
Nice.
right. Narwolf had to verify that my Instagram is all cat pictures.
Dude,
I
you
mean,
should
he
It
had-
literally is.
You should
literally
change
is all
your-
cat pictures, I'm not gonna lie.
That's awesome.
change your
Cat pictures.
Snapchat to Daddy Cat Snaps.
Oh
Daddy
my
cat
gosh,
There you go.
please do.
But then I can't say it's Xanafan711 everywhere.
Yeah,
Rebrand.
I'm rebranding everything to Daddy Cat Snaps.
Oh my gosh.
Scott, where can people find you?
Slapshot Scott, the O's are zeros, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube.
Cool. Scary.
Scary internet guy on the internet. You can find me. I'm there.
That's awesome, everybody. Okay, that's gonna do it. If you're in our Discord, this is gonna be weird because you have to go back for it because this isn't gonna come out right away. But there's a link to that Cat Williams dance that I was talking about. Those are the emotes I want. All right, we'll see you all on Sunday at 2 p.m. ish. No, probably 8 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, and don't forget to send the recipes that you want Ben to cook.
Ugh.
How is Ben gonna cook that chicken on Twitter?
Get out of
more
here
chicken
with this
recipes.
stuff. I have to pee so
ADS.
bad. I have to
Get
pee
as
so
gross
bad.
as humanly possible.
The more pineapple, the better. You guys know how he does.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be pineapple. It just has to be dessert fruit.
The more dessert fruit, the better. That's what I said.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Until next week, be the light that you want to see in others. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out,
Yes.
everybody.